you know about the Dragon Ball series?
I know Frieza.
Uh-huh.
I know Vegeta. I know Broly. And I know about spazzing out. Going ape. Going ape.
All right. So,
going ape shit. Or,
right. So for the most part, you've watched compilation videos or you watch clips, because a lot of times with people when they're requesting for us to check out some anime stuff, they always request clips. And so if you watch clips of some of these characters without context, and so hopefully by watching this lore video, we'll get some more context to the characters and maybe a better understanding, and then from there we can maybe jump into some of the movies or
cool.
maybe even the series if you guys feel like watching the reaction of us reacting to the entire series.
Cool.
But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this, guys. Y'all can leave your thoughts down below in the comment section.
When we last left our heroes at the end of the Dragon Ball anime, Goku and Piccolo Jr. had settled their beef with a big final fight, and Goku tied the knot with Chi-Chi. Happily ever after, right? Yeah, not even close. That's because this happy peace on Earth was crashed by an alien spaceship. Goku's surprise older brother, who was a member of a warrior race known as Saiyans, came to see if his younger bro had conquered Earth yet. Once he saw that Goku hadn't actually conquered anything, he decided to capture Goku's son Gohan to use as leverage. Goku then teamed up with his old rival Piccolo to take Raditz on in a fast-paced, brutal battle which would set the tone for all the battles to come. It ended with Goku holding his older brother as Piccolo launched a special beam cannon that cut through both of them. This victory was short-lived though, because Raditz informed our heroes that 2 more Saiyan were on their way to get those magical Dragon Balls he'd heard so much about. With that, both Raditz and Goku let out their last breaths. This started the ticking clock until the next Saiyan.
Yes, they died.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Do they come back?
You gotta watch. But
Raditz and Goku let out their last breaths. This started the ticking clock until the next Saiyan invasion would arrive. Since this was Dragon Ball, Goku biting the big one wasn't the end at all. In the afterlife, Goku decided to run through the legendary path known as Snake Way to study with the legendary master, King Kai. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Piccolo decided to train Gohan, which was no easy task. The nerdy Saiyan kiddo may have shown some potential during the Raditz scuffle, but it took a dinosaur, a new wardrobe, and some animal friends to make a fighter out of Gohan. Piccolo may have been a harsh teacher, but the bonds between him and Gohan became a fan favorite that would shape the fight to come. Then the day came when Saiyans Vegeta and Nappa arrived on Earth. After causing some mayhem, the Z Fighters challenged them. It did not go well. Yamcha lost his life to a green alien minion, while Chiatsu and Tien lost theirs after giving a valiant but ultimately failed fight against Nappa. Gohan, Piccolo, and Krillin took the bald Saiyan on with mixed results as well. Ultimately, Piccolo sacrificed his life to save Gohan. It was a very emotional moment that also ruined the Saiyans' mission, because without Piccolo, the Dragon Balls would cease to exist. Luckily, Goku was already wished back to life, and he was a lot more prepared. He took Nappa to school, proving that he would
All right.
He was wished back to life, and so that's what the
Dragon Balls.
Dragon Balls.
Because when you collect the Dragon Balls, you're able to grant a wish.
Okay, so you gotta collect them all.
Yeah, you gotta collect all 7 of them.
Gotta collect them
But
all.
the crazy thing is that Piccolo, the green guy, his race are the ones who created the Dragon Balls.
Wow.
So when he died, after they had wished Goku back, the Dragon Ball ceased to exist.
Wow.
Yeah. And so when the Saiyans came, Goku came back at like the nick of time and was able to like fight.
Because without Piccolo, the Dragon Balls would cease to exist. Luckily, Goku was already wished back to life, and he was a lot more prepared. He took Nappa to school, proving that he would always be worth the wait. Ultimately, it was Vegeta who ended Nappa out of annoyance. He then took on Goku, which proved to be a lot more difficult for our hero. Vegeta was a brutal fighter who had a huge power level, a controlled Great Ape transformation, and no mercy. Luckily, Goku had his Kaioken attack, which multiplied his power level, and his Spirit Bomb, which collected the energy of the lives of Earth into a powerful bomb. This turned out to be just shy of enough to take Vegeta down, but luckily, Goku's cowardly friend, Yajirobe, managed to cut off Vegeta's tail, ending his Great Ape form. Then Gohan's Great Ape form crushed Vegeta just as he was reverting back to his human form. Pretty much everyone was critically injured, but Vegeta managed to crawl into his spaceship to get away. Now that so many heroes had lost their lives and there were no Dragon Balls to bring them back, our heroes had no choice. They had to go to Piccolo's homeworld, Namek, to use their Dragon Balls to save everyone. That's right, it's time to go to space. Goku's Dragon Ball find-and partner Bulma accompanied Krillin and Gohan on their big space...
Alright.
So they go to the place where they can get the Dragon Balls.
Right. They have to go to Piccolo's home planet.
So they can wish everyone back to life.
Right. The ones who died.
Wow.
Because there's no Dragon Balls on Earth.
So, yeah, they just killed everybody for nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
People getting killed in Dragon Ball is like pretty big. A lot of people die.
But they come back.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Because, you know, if you're a good guy, of course your friends are going to wish you back. But if you're a bad guy, nobody's going to wish you back.
Goku's Dragon Ball find-and partner Bulma accompanied Krillin and Gohan on their big space adventure, while Goku recovered from his bitter showdown with Vegeta. Meanwhile, Vegeta was also getting healed up. He revealed the Saiyan secret that every time a member of their race was defeated, their power level would increase significantly. He then betrayed his bosses in the Frieza Force and decided to make a Namekian Dragon Ball play himself. After some filler adventures, everyone made it to Namek, and things immediately got real. It turns out that the titular Frieza of the Frieza Force was a monster, even by Dragon Ball standards. He was going around innocent Namekian villages, brutally attacking villagers with his henchmen until they told him where the Dragon Balls were. Meanwhile, everyone else was scrambling around Namek, making friends with friendly Namekians like the Piccolo-esque Nail, the Grand Elder Guru, and his apprentice Dende. The Grand Elder gives Krillin and Gohan a ton of experience points, which will come in handy because Frieza has called in his elite squad known as the Ginyu Force. Luckily,
Alright, so one thing he failed to mention was that Vegeta had learned about the powers of the Dragon Balls, and that's why he ended up going to that planet, Namek, because he was going to collect the Dragon Balls to wish himself immortality and power.
Oh.
And that's how he ended up there. Of course, they're there to wish the Earthlings or the people who died on Earth back, but then that's where they encountered Frieza, who found out about the powers of the Dragon Balls as well.
Yeah.
Now, you remember Frieza from the Broly movie, in which you know that like his family, they conquered planets. And so that's what he is. He's like a planet slaver or something.
Okay.
Goku has recovered enough to travel through space, and he's doing some hardcore training in extreme gravity. Seriously, no one can put this man on bed rest. The Ginyu Force arrives and gives our heroes trouble, but luckily, that's when Goku decided to make his dramatic entrance. He takes Rikum out with one punch. Then they take on the rest of the Ginyu Force with Goku's help. That's when Captain Ginyu himself shows his ultimate trick. He switches bodies with Goku, but ultimately gets tricked into switching into a frog's body instead. Don't you hate it when that happens? Unfortunately, Goku's body was brutally beaten while Ginyu was in control, so he's taken off the board to heal yet again. This starts to become a trend if you can't tell. This leads to a big final push for the Dragon Balls, which sees the Namekian dragon summoned at last. He also has 3 wishes to give instead of 1. Our heroes wish for Piccolo to be revived and brought to Namek, and with 1 wish left, Vegeta tries to get immortality, but the dragon disappears before any immortality can be granted. His creator, the Grand Elder, passed away, which meant he stopped existing. Unfortunately, that's when Frieza showed up and things got real. That's because Frieza started an ever-escalating battle with our fighters where they would try to take him on only for him to transform into an even more terrifying version of himself. Even after Piccolo combined with Nail and joined the fray, it was clear that there was no hope for the Z-Fighters. Plus Vegeta to take Frieza's final form on. Just as all hope was lost, Goku arrived, ready to fight. You gotta admit, he loves a dramatic entrance. The battered Vegeta reveals to Goku that Frieza was the one who destroyed their homeworld and begs him to avenge their race with his final breath. Thus begins the best fight in the franchise, yeah I said it, as Goku throws everything at Frieza. Even with all this, it's still not enough to take Frieza down. As an ultimate act of sadism, Frieza decides to destroy Krillin just for the fun of it. This proves to be the last straw for Goku, who in his rage ascends to Super Saiyan. Goku then shows Frieza what fear is, but doesn't finish Frieza off. This proves to be a mistake as Frieza decides to destroy Namek to take Goku down. He can survive in the void of space, unlike Goku. Everyone else gets wished back to Earth and most everyone gets wished back to life, but Goku stays to take Frieza down. Eventually, Goku takes the sliced up Frieza down with a final Kamehameha wave. Though he doesn't make it off Namek in time, the planet explodes and Goku is seemingly destroyed along with it. Vegeta, Gohan, Krillin, Piccolo, Bulma, and the Namekians awaken on Earth without Goku, unsure of what to do next.
All these wishes.
Yes. Well, that was the big thing about Dragon Ball, because
it's like a genie.
Yeah, in the lore, you know, as long as you have the Dragon Balls, you can make whatever kind of wishes you want. And so, you know, I think that there's a limit of how many times somebody can be wished back from the dead until it becomes permanent. Yeah, because they can't just keep wishing people back. But one of the running themes within this series is that Goku always lets the bad guys go. Because he did the same thing with Vegeta. They were going to kill him. Well, they were going to kill him, but then he was like, no, don't, spare him. And then Vegeta got away and was like, fools, you'll regret it.
Stupid.
But he did the same thing with Frieza. And when he did, because Frieza was like pure evil. So when he did, he like blew up the planet.
Dang.
Yeah.
Alright, I know you're looking at that clock video bar and you're thinking, how could he possibly finish the series in time? Well, prepare to be amazed. Frieza's father, King Cold, finds the surviving Frieza and grafts him a special new cyborg body. The pair go to Earth for revenge, but are interrupted by a...
So he came back. Like his dad found him like all minced up and stuff. Because, and this is the thing, even Goku underestimated how powerful Frieza is. He's very resilient and he's very strong. And so his father found him and was like, he made him a cyborg. Yeah, exactly.
Well, prepare to be amazed. Frieza's father, King Cold, finds the surviving Frieza and grafts him a special new cyborg body. The pair go to Earth for revenge, but are interrupted by a new warrior named Trunks. He defeats both in record time, revealing himself to be a Super Saiyan in the process. Goku arrives on Earth with a new teleportation power he gained on an alien world. While this seems like good news, Trunks reveals that he's from an apocalyptic future where most everyone has been destroyed by two evil androids. It's also revealed that he's none other than the surprise son of Vegeta and Bulma? Who saw that coming? Our heroes prepare for the androids and take on the creepy clown and old man pair that they think are the apocalyptic duo Trunks referred to. Goku gets taken down by a heart virus, but Vegeta saves the day by revealing he has also gone Super Saiyan. Unfortunately, it's actually two other androids, 17 and 18, that are the ones responsible for Trunks' dark future. 18 shows just how formidable they are by taking Vegeta down with one of the dirtiest kicks in the entire franchise. Meanwhile, things just get worse as another android is revealed. This biological monster, known as Cell, horrifically consumes people with his tail, slowly gaining strength. Piccolo, who has finally combined with Kame to reach his full potential, plays detective and discovers that Cell is the real threat. If he manages to consume both 17 and 18, he will become nigh unstoppable. Cell ends up absorbing 17, but Vegeta arrives with a new Super Saiyan Grade 2 form he achieved while training in the hyperbolic time chamber with his son Trunks. He makes easy work of imperfect Cell, but his pride gets the best of him. He allows Cell to absorb...
I'm starting to get overwhelmed.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I'm like,
well, you know what?
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just like...
There is a lot going on, and he is speeding through it. And so I can imagine, like, for somebody who's not familiar with the series or the characters, this might be a little too much.
It's a lot.
So, yeah. So maybe we'll slow it down a little bit.
Yeah.
And watch...
I'm overheating. My brain is overheating.
So maybe we can watch something that's kind of, like, cut straight to the chase. Because there's a lot of filler episodes within the Dragon Ball series, and I think that might be a little bit more digestible to you.
Okay.
But so far, what do you think?
So far, I think it might be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Frieza is really strong.
Okay.
But then he said some android came in, or somebody came and, hold on. Kitty. Oh. Okay. So, like I said, Frieza seems really strong, but then somebody came from another world and like sliced him in half.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, this person is really, really, really strong.
Right.
So who is this person? But he kind of glazed over it. And
Right.
so with all this information, I'm just like, okay, a lot has happened. I needed to slow down so I could, watch and maybe enjoy the show.
Right,
you
right,
know what I
right,
mean? Because now I feel like my eyes are starting to glaze over.
Yeah, and you know what? And as I was watching it, I was like, oh man, this is kind of not good because he was not only was he racing through the story, and
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, so yeah, because he's talking about the end of fights, and so
yeah.
I mean, what will I have to look forward to?
Right. Okay, we'll go ahead and we'll stop right here, and then maybe
too late now.
No, it ain't too late because he barely made it through halfway of the series, and there's still like some of the best fights come at this point right here.
Okay.
And so you already know that people die and stuff, and they wish them back. But at this point,
Who permanently dies?
I don't want to spoil it for you. I don't want to spoil anything for you.
All
So
right.
we're gonna go ahead and check out maybe some movies or maybe some episodes or something like that because now you're more familiar with the characters, and so we can kind of jump into some of the more meat of the series.
Okay.
So guys, make sure you stay tuned. We're going to continue our journey with Dragon Ball Z. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section, and maybe give us an abridged series or a shortened series that we could kind of start off on, or maybe the movies. But anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. As always, like, share, and subscribe. We'll see y'all next time. Take care. Peace.